Hey guys, Lost here, and I know I'm a bit late to this, but I did go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And first of all, before I get into my thoughts about the movie and all that, because uh, say that the mixed reception for this movie is insane, like genuinely way more than I thought it would be. But first of all, I didn't get the Luma popcorn bucket or the Yoshi one. They all sold out. We try to get the Luma one if it ever comes back in stock because I need it. But I did manage to get this cup, you know, Super Mario Galaxy and all that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then, before I get to like the big thing, got this. It's a little keychain that they gave out with this combo that I got. Let me open get the thing out, and there it is. Oh wait, that's the bag. Speech. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Uh, just nice little things. The main reason why I was like, you know what, this is better than nothing. I'll take it. In popcorn bucket. You got Super Mario Galaxy inside. You got Peach, Luigi, and Wahoo Mario Man, and Yoshi with the observatory. It's pretty nice. It's something. I said so. I was like, you know what? I couldn't get the popcorn bucket I wanted. Ow. I might as well get this one. So, and overall, when it comes to my theater experience as well, it was honestly, it was a lot of kids. It was either grown people who grew up playing this game, or it was kids. And not bad. Honestly, it was like really a well behaved theater. You know, not as much hype moments. If anything, most of the hype came from me, a grown ass man. So, but so it was nice. You had all the kids cheering and all that. And then, when Fox came out, everyone was, man, they were more so nonchalant. I was excited. And, when a bunch of stuff happened, which I'm going to get later into, I'm going to try to keep spoilers towards the end. You know what? If you're watching this, just spoilers in general. Like, I'm going to put that in the title. Spoilers in general, because I'm going to go into a lot of stuff that I remember from it, because I only went to go see it once. But with that, yeah, the theater was just not as hype. It was mainly just kids. So now to the movie. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Was it better than the first one? No, it was not better than the first one. Did I like it better than the first one though? Yes. I know that sounds weird, but I think I'm one of the few that genuinely enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like, I don't think story wise, or like, how do I put this? Like the setup and everything wasn't as like consistently good as the first movie, and the pacing was definitely way better. I will agree with people and say this movie is really fast, though I didn't think this was just a bunch of mess like other people. The movie was pretty clear about what everything they were doing. I didn't feel that sense of like, oh, we're just throwing stuff in here for it. Now, they did throw in a bunch of nostalgia just cuz. I feel like, and still though, it was not as bad as people are putting out to be, at least for me, because I thought, I went into this, I kept seeing things and people saying, this movie's like stupidly fast, and I'm like, oh, that worries me. But when I went to see it, I'm like, it's fine. It's paced all right. It's not like when I watched Zootopia 2, where that thing was going so fast. That was like, it felt like a fever dream watching that. Not that it was bad, it was good, but it felt like a fever dream watching that compared to this, where I thought it was gonna be the same kind of thing. No, it was pretty pace. You had, right? You have the introduction of the movie. We already got Yoshi, and then we have the, oh my god. Then you have like, oh, okay, now we're gonna set up this. Got Rose, or first, well, okay, hold on. Let me backtrack a bit. First, you got Rosalina, set up to that. Great opening, by the way. The observatory playing the music, the galaxy music. Music to my ears. It's not coming to me right now. I know the storytelling music, okay? It's not, the song's not coming to me right now, but it's fine. I know what I'm talking about. It's my favorite game ever, okay? But a really good, strong opening, and then get an introduction of Yoshi. And I'm glad it's just at the beginning mode. Get out, just Yoshi here. And then it just kind of kept going from there. And it, you know, you have Peach finding out Brazilian's captured and all that. She's going to do that. Mario and Luigi protect the castle. And, you know, I did like the segment where all the missions and stuff, like all the trouble that was happening in the Mushroom Kingdom, was shaped as the overworld map. That was pretty cool. I love that a lot. There's so many things in this movie. And then, you know, the castle gets taken up and all this wacky stuff is going on. Then obviously they gotta find the princess and all that. And you get to probably my favorite part of the movie, not going to lie. You get to Fox McCloud, which done perfectly. Done perfectly. I have no complaints with this character. I think his design is great. I have no problems with him. And then the little animated section with all the Star Fox characters. So cool. Oh my god. I hope we get like a series or maybe the movie animated like that. Please. It looks gorgeous. It is a crime not to use it. Genuinely. It is a crime not to use it. And then, of course, Slippy hate. They should have just put a JPEG of the Slippy's picture on the screen. That was funny. They got a laugh out of me. And then you do all this saving Chaz, and it was just great. Honestly, it was very enjoyable. Now, once we get to the later parts of the movie, did it feel a little rushed? Honestly, not to me. It didn't to me, and I don't know if that's because I was like too lost in the sauce, but you had Mario, you had the final confrontation, you had Peach, Mario and Peach doing their little parkour shits through the Mario Maker level, which I thought that may have just been me, but that felt like that reference was to Mario Maker, time to meet your maker. I think that was more so a Super Mario Maker pun because of the level. Maybe I'm stretching it. I don't know. This thing is full of Easter eggs and all that shit that it probably was, but I don't know. And also, did forget to mention Yoshi Brooklyn scene, perfect. And we did see Little Mac. I didn't know that until I went and watched some clips on the movie, because every time I watch a movie, I like to go on like TikTok or something, search up the movie just to see people posting stuff about maybe something I didn't catch, or you know, thoughts of what they have to say about the movie and all that. But back to Mario and Peach, they had their little parkour thing, and then you get to the big final fight, which was super cool. Seeing Bowser and Bowser Jr. team up was awesome, and of course, didn't see this coming. Dry Bowser. Ooh, holy peak. It was so cool. I did not expect it. And then Bowser Jr. getting like another Wonder transformation, like a further, like I don't know, maybe he went Super Wonder 2. I I don't know. It was still cool though. Awesome. Oh, that was awesome. The music. Ooh, I shed a little tear, not gonna lie. I shed a little tear from how peak that was. And the music was just, oh Lord. And yeah, no, I felt like that was a pretty good ending. And I know I'm skipping a major detail. I'll get to it. I will get to it. Overall, it was just, it was honestly just really enjoyable. And I had no problems with it. Well, okay. I didn't think there was as many problems as people are making it out to be. People are making this out to be like one of the worst movies they've ever seen, or just like the most mid movie possible, which not true. I think your expectations were just a little too high, but maybe you just do feel that way. I'm not gonna be disingenuous and be like you blinded yourself. No, you genuinely might just think it was mid, and that's okay. Not every movie is for everyone. That's perfectly fine. For me personally, I did not think it was as cluttered and as messy as other people were putting out to be. I thought everything was pretty good. It was pacing was all right and very enjoyable. It was a very fun movie to watch. I had so much fun. I was smiling the entire time, and when stuff was happening, I either got teary-eyed or like, you know, I was just like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I am one of the worst people to be watching stuff with. Like, every time I look over my partner, or I look over to my sister who was watching it with me, I'll be like, yo, that, ooh. So I'm one of the worst people to watch movies like this with, but it was still super fun, and the movie is pretty funny too. They still kept the funny factor, and if not a little bit more so, like the whole Rob sequence, where he was just, it was funny as shit. That's funny. That's like literally like a Flash. Yes, Flash from Zootopia. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I loved it. It was such a good watch. Now, I'm gonna get into some of the things. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me get to the major thing, the major plot of the movie, and that is between Rosalina and Peach, as they are now sisters in the movie. Honestly, I thought it was a nice thing to give Peach. Now, okay, I am sad that we didn't get Rosalina's original backstory, as that was one of the biggest things I was looking forward to. Excuse me. In the Super Mario Galaxy movie, there's a lot of things we all were looking forward to this movie, considering it was called the Galaxy movie, but honestly, I liked it. I thought it was a good touch. I think it was something to give Peach, to give her a little more something, rather than just, you know, being just Peach, because they obviously had something for her in plan. I don't think it was this necessarily, because with the whole, you know, didn't know where she came from, and now we know that apparently they were formed. Rosalina and Peach were formed from star power. I still don't know what that means. I don't know if they mean like star power, star bits power, just star power in general. It's very vague on that. There's a lot of power stars in this universe, so I feel like they could have said something more about that at least, but I didn't mind it. I thought it was very nice, something very nice for both of them to have, and I don't mind it. I thought it was a good change for the movie. As much as I really wanted Rosalina's original backstory, I do not mind this, and I think it's something nice for the both of them, and something to elevate Peach's character a little bit more. Which, another complaint that I saw with the movie was that these characters had no time to progress. Yes and no. I feel like we just got to see more of the characters, and it's a weird thing to say, but I feel like this movie was heavily emphasized on just Mario and Peach, and not just, I think I'm trying to figure out how to say this because it's weird. I think definitely their dynamic, or like the relationship. They're definitely pushing Mario and Peach. Which, by the way, so much for being friends, right? Right. They had a lot of cutesy moments. I loved it. I'm gonna be so for real. I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the whole scene with Luigi and Yoshi teasing Mario, singing the whole pizza pie and all that shit. It was great. I loved it. Seeing more of Mario and Luigi was one thing that I really one of my problems with the first one is that I really want to see a lot of Mario and Luigi. And with this, perfect. It was perfect. I have no problems. Luigi was my man. Oh my, what a beautiful man. I love them teasing, hyping up Mario as the GOAT does. It was great. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I adored it. It was great. And not gonna lie, okay, hold on before I continue. Scene where they reunite with Peach and Toad. Mario goes for a handshake, Peach went for a hug. I sat here and I went, I did in fact feel secondhand embarrassment or whatever the hell. I literally just went, it was it was a little too awkward for me. I hate awkward stuff like that. But back on track. There's so many things that, and I don't have anything written. I'm just like spitballing from the top of my head about the movie. But I think it was more so developing Bowser Jr. Okay, Mario and Peach and Bowser Jr. I feel like those were the major aspects. And Rosalina is included in that Peach, by the way. I feel like, not that they weren't, well, kind of just here for the ride, but it was also more like just expansion of the universe and Bowser Jr., Mario and Peach. I feel like that's what the major things that these were leading up to. As of course we have the expansion of the universe, Galaxy, with Gateway Station. You saw a bunch of fucking stuff. You saw the Pikmin. You had some people said they saw Samus's ship, which I think I saw a clip of. I don't remember. Or Samus's ship, obviously Star Fox, but they explained in the movie how he came from a different universe entirely, but ended up in this one. So obviously there's a bunch of stuff, and now we have well, you also have the Piantas being confirmed as aliens and stuff, and then you have the little woodland creatures, of course the queen bee, you have the bee, obviously setting up a giant Nintendo universe, the NCU as people are dubbing it. And then of course you have Mario and Peach's character, where you have Mario obviously developing feelings for Peach and him trying to reciprocate that with to Peach. And it just, that whole thing. And of course Peach's backstory, where she came from, remembering her memories, remembering Rosie's as her sister, and then it becoming that. And of course Bowser and Bowser Jr. Holy fuck, that shit was so cute. I was like, holy father of the year, okay? I'm serious. It was so cute. Seeing him tucked in bed, tell him a little story about how they're gonna make a giant Bowser planet with their Bowser cannon. It was cute, it was adorable. I was happy that they kind of turned him into a good guy, which, by the way, Mario x Bowser canon, don't care what you say, they kissed on the lips before Peach and Mario did. It's canon, do not care, do not at me. No, but seriously, I liked seeing him kind of regress into a good guy, because there's some moments where he does partner up with them, and that was a really nice thing to see. Kind of wish we got more of it. I definitely do think that's one of my biggest gripes with the movie, is that it was definitely way too short. Definitely way too short. They should have extended it rather than keeping it to like the 1 hour and 30 minute runtime. But him obviously going back, reverting to evil because of his boy, you know, that's his boy. Love it. It was definitely great. It was amazing, and I feel like those are the biggest aspects of the movie. Lore expansion, Mario and Peach, Bowser Jr. I feel like those are the major things that they wanted to expand on, and I'd say they did pretty well. Pretty well in that aspect. Now when it came to characters like Luigi and stuff, we're gonna have to wait for the next movie for them to expand on that, which now I've been rambling, but I guess I'll get into some other things because I already stated some things that I didn't like about the movie. So first off, it was too short. As I said, it was just too short. Definitely a lot of the problems that I had with the movie would have been solved if they just had made it longer. And then another one, which is most people's complaint, still mine, this was not a complete Galaxy movie. This is not the adaptation I want. Okay, it is a Galaxy movie. I mean, they had a lot of Galaxy, you know, music and all that, but it defo wasn't the Galaxy movie all of us had anticipated for it and was really hoping for. And it's kind of a slap in the face considering that's regarded as either the best Mario game or a lot of people's favorite Mario game. And I definitely think they kind of like spit on us with this. Not that, again, I'm one of the people that really like the movie. I enjoyed it. I like it better than the first one. I just don't think it's better than the first one. We just had so many expectations for what it had because it's one of the most like emotional and lore centric Mario games where like it's just they had a lot to build up on, or a lot they could have adapted that we really wanted to see, and it sucked. It just sucks. I wanted to see the adaptation of Rosalina's story. I wanted to see so many more worlds or galaxies and stuff like that that are from the game, but it instead felt more like an Odyssey movie. And it's come to my understanding because I don't know if this is true or not, but I did read afterwards that the Galaxy name was an afterthought, and it definitely feels like it. There's a lot more Odyssey. It just felt like there was more major Odyssey things. Of course, with the dinosaur, the Cascade Kingdom, the fucking dragon from Super Mario Odyssey is in there. When they had it like in this end section when Bowser Jr. is drawing a bunch of stuff, you know, for the final fight, where they pull out the dragon from Odyssey, they very much so could have pulled the dragon from Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's stuff like that that's like, this wasn't ever really a Galaxy movie. This is just a lot of things in it. Which at this point, and my partner brought up such a good point that like honestly would probably solve a bunch of people's issues. They shouldn't have called it Super Mario Galaxy movie. They should have just called it Super Mario Bros. 2. And I honestly don't know why they did it. I feel like a lot of people's expectations would not have been the way it was. It was just called Super Mario Bros. 2. But even then, that might not have solved it, because if we went to see it and saw so many Galaxy and Odyssey things, we probably would have just been like, oh, so we're not getting a Galaxy movie. Because this basically was it. So I guess it doesn't really solve it. Maybe would have made the damage a little less. Who knows? But that's just my biggest gripe, is that there were so many things I wanted to see, and whereas this being my favorite game of all time, it just kind of, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. But I'm happy with what we got. That sounds like I'm accepting mid. I keep seeing that picture of Mario eating mediocrity bowl. I'm not. Maybe I am. Okay. No, but seriously, I just enjoyed it. It's not what I wanted, But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't smiling, laughing, and tearing up when I was watching the movie. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I enjoyed it a lot. And those are honestly just my two major complaints. It's just that it was not long enough to really build up everything that they wanted to, and that it wasn't a true to heart Galaxy movie. Those are my major gripes. Everything else was awesome. I enjoyed every bit of it. And now, I think we're gonna get into the major, or like we're gonna get to the post-credits time. Wait, first one being Fox taking, going to the prison in whatever part of the galaxy. Who knows what it is? It's a confinement area. Could have been his original one. I don't remember, or it could be one in the Mario Galaxy, whatever the hell. Where Joe Bowser and Bowser Jr. are put up in prison to deal with that fuck ass star, the depressed one, the mind fucking one. Which that was funny. That was funny, but definitely that whole scene absolutely hinted at a Star Fox movie. I'm here for it. I think everyone everyone who watched it is here for it. It was absolutely my favorite part, and probably one of the better parts of the movie, if not the best. It was great. It was awesome. Now, the second one. Come on now. This is what we want. Yes! You got that stupid monkey. Oh. You got that monkey. I forgot the name of the monkey. Ooh. Stealing stuff again. And then, oh, boom. Whoa. And my partner automatically knew. When she saw the glove, she was like, that's Daisy. That's Daisy, bro. And boom, Daisy. Great design. Absolutely great design. I might like it more than Rosalina's, not gonna lie. Absolutely great design. It was awesome. It was awesome. Great second post credits, which nobody stayed for, by the way. I guess people didn't know. I always make sure to look up how many post credits we go to watch a movie, because I'm not missing anything. Everyone in that theater left. They turned the lights on and everything, and it was just us, and they're like, you better be right about this. I'm like, no, there's a second one. Trust, there's a second one. And yeah, there it was. So, and I do go online and see a bunch of people being like, wait, Daisy's in the movie? And it's like, yeah. To be fair, no one really wants to sit past 2 sets of credits. I'll give them that. So, but yeah, I think it was a great post credit. Seeing people wish it was Wario. I think Wario's gonna be shown off for the next movie. I definitely think Wario or Daisy was gonna be the second post credit that we were gonna get for this one. I thought the first one, we did have wild theories. I was saying Kirby, just because it's like we were gonna get. This feels very much so like a Smash, like a introduction to Smash. I mean, for fuck's sake, in the last fight, I forgot to mention this. Luigi gets Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush, draw shit, and it's Mr. Game & Watch. Like, everyone freaked out about that, because it was like, whoa, what? And it was funny when Luigi was like, you know, I don't know how to draw. It was so funny. It was, but it's so cool. And it's a perfect way of putting in a cameo. A perfect way. But I definitely do. I was saying that Kirby was going to be the second one because I thought we were going to get a Smash Bros. Movie. Apparently, we're not. At least, maybe not soon. I saw like an article of Miyamoto being like, we're not doing a Smash movie. No, nah. Like, okay, then why'd you even bother doing this? You might as well just do the Mario Galaxy script, but it's fine. Or the Mario Galaxy game, but it's fine. It's fine. Overall, I enjoy the movie very much so. Not what I wanted, not in the slightest, but I did enjoy what we got. I definitely, in my opinion, think people were overreacting with calling this movie mid and trash. Do not think so. I think it's still very much so a good time. If you came into this expecting the most lore heavy stuff possible, no. Was I expecting Rosalina's lore? Yes, which I guess, you know, it could be argued that same thing, but Mario, like, cohesive story is not always been the forte. I know it is in some games. Mario and Luigi, I know, okay, I know, but I'm just saying, for the movies, it's a kids watch. I'm not saying it can't be a good movie because it's a kids movie. I'm not saying that either. There's a lot of warping of words when it comes to this movie. I don't. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm just saying, keep your expectations a little lower. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm gonna put it is. Keep your expectations a little lower next time. You're a little too. You were too up here, and when it was like right here, you thought you were thinking too much because he was up here. He was up in the stratosphere. It was still a fun watch. You don't go if you watch this movie. I'm not saying turn your brain off because then that defeats the whole purpose of a movie. And you go in there and just watch it and just have fun. You're gonna have a grand old time watching this, finding out everything. You're gonna have a grand old time. Now, if you're expecting, like, you know, maybe Sonic Movie 3 kinds of storytelling in that, not happening, or at least not now, anyways. As we, of course, we all thought this was gonna be, you know, a little more heavy on story because of Galaxy, but no, that doesn't seem to be the case. So for next time, I'm just gonna keep my expectations a little lower, and and that's fine. It's fine. I'm still gonna enjoy the movies either way, unless they're complete dog shit. But with that, if I did miss anything, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know what you guys think about this, as I do want to read those and see what, you know, everybody's got to say. These are just my opinions and what I thought about the movie. And yeah, that being said, see you guys next time. See y'all.